Hello. Hi. So this is the second class. Okay. So for the last class, we learned like the like three basic vowels. Yeah. So today we are going to learn a grammar to teach you guys how to say the sentence like have you been to somewhere? So for today's topic, you can see so that would be 我去过北京. So 我去过北京. That means I have been to Beijing. Okay. So Beijing is the capital of China, right? So have you guys ever been to Beijing before? Okay. And I don't live in Beijing. Okay, so actually I live in the south of China. Well, so from my city to Beijing, I need to take plane. Yeah, so maybe that will that will take 3 hours to Beijing. Okay, yeah. So today, let me turn to another page. Let's see the grammar. So this is the grammar. Yeah, so you can see here. So the keywords we're going to learn today is for 过 because in China, in Chinese, for this 过 that indicates an experience happened in the past. Okay. So normally we just put this word like after the verb. Okay, let me try to write. So actually that will be the verb plus 过. Okay, so now I'm going to just use the pinyin to rather than the character. Okay, yeah, here and the number here. So you guys, you can see I just put the number here, right? Because in Chinese there are like 4 tones, right? Yeah, so I just use the number 1, 2, 3, 4 to represent the different tone. Okay, so now that would be the 4 tone. That means it's the last tone, the first tone. Okay. Yeah, so that would be the structure for this verb plus 过. Okay, so that means like have done something. Okay, just remember this structure. It's very useful. Okay, so let's put that into the sentence. We can see here the Chinese structure. So the first one would be the subject. Yeah. Second is a verb and the 过. See, we just put this part after the subject. Okay, then we're going to add the object. Okay, so also this is the basic structure in Chinese. So for example, how can we say I have been to Beijing? So that would be 我去过北京. Just like that. 我去过北京. Okay, so the next one, we just change another word, right? Another subject. Also, we learned from our first class. Yeah, so 他 means he. Okay, that means he. Okay, I need to change the color. Just read. Okay, yeah, so that would be. Oh, what can I? Wait. Okay, yeah, 他. So the whole sentence will be 他去过上海. 他去过上海. That means he has been to Shanghai. Okay, so here, like 2 example sentence to like teach us to say how to say I have been to somewhere. Okay, so for this one, okay, I don't think that is hard, right? Yeah, if you just follow the structure to say, I think that is super simple. Okay, yeah, so this is 过. Okay, so I want to ask you, 你去过北京吗? See, I just put the ma at the end of the sentence, and I also change the subject like you, right? So that would be the question sentence to ask someone, like, Have you been to Beijing? Okay, before. Okay, have you been to Beijing before? Okay, so that would be the sentence to ask someone. Okay, if you have been to there, so you can just use the first sentence, the first example sentence to say like 我去过北京. Okay, 我去过北京. Is that easy, right? Okay, so let's move to the next one. Okay, let's do more practice with that, the structure. So for example, here the first one. So that would be the US, right? So the US in Chinese we say 美国. Okay, so this is the 美国. Okay, so let's practice with the sentence. We just need to change the object, right? Also use the same structure like have you been to, right? But we just need to change the object. We change Beijing to 美国. So that would be also simple. So for example, we are going to ask you like 你去过美国吗? Okay, like have you been to US before? Okay, 你去过美国吗? So how can we say I have been to US? Okay, according to the structure, so the first word we're going to put here, it should be the subject, right? The subject will be 我. Then we just need to put the verb here. Yeah, so the verb will be have been to, right? So that will be 我去过. Okay, so and after the verb, that would be the object. So the object here is 美国, yes. So let's just copy this 美国 here. Okay, and let's put like full stop here. Okay, yeah. Because the sentence is a statement, we don't need the question mark, right? And the question word. So here, so that part, that means the sentence is the question sentence, right? When you want to ask someone a question, so we're going to put the mark at the end of the sentence, okay? Yeah, just let's analyze for these two sentences. Okay, so the question sentence you can see, so the subject is you, right? That be you, 你. Okay, this like you, yeah. And for the statement, the answer, we're going to change it, right? You can see here. So this is a little bit different because when you try to answer the question, we're going to change you, okay, to 我, I, right? So that part, okay, let me put I here. Yeah, so I'm going to change it like I have been to, right? Yeah, actually, so there are like only two like changes. Okay, like two parts need to change. Okay, so the first one is the subject. We're going to change. Okay, another one is we're going to delete ma. Okay, that word and the question mark. Okay, so that we can get correct sentence here. Okay, yeah, so let's move to the next one. Okay, the second country will be 日本. 日本, so that will be Japan. Okay, Japan. 日本. Yeah, from the, okay, so we can tell from the picture, right? Yeah, because it's like Fuji mountain. So this is 日本. So now, okay, let's practice again. Okay, so we are going to say like, have we been to Japan before? In that sentence, we're going to say 你去过. Okay, so the next part, we're going to put another object, right? That would be 日本 here. 日本. And very important part is because it's the question sentence, we're going to put the question word 吗 and the question mark after. Okay, the object. Yeah, so the whole sentence will be 你去过日本吗? Have you been to Japan? Yeah. Okay, so how should we answer with the question sentence? Okay. Yeah, so let's do that together, okay? So the first step we are going to do is we're going to change the subject, right? We're going to change 你 you to 我, right? I. Okay, and next part we're going to copy. We just need to copy. So 去过, right? 去过. So 去过. Okay, have been to. Okay, so now, okay, so the object will be 日本. 日本, just copy for the rest. Okay, the verb and the object, right? Okay, then we put like a full stop here. Okay, so that would be the whole sentence for the sentence. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that would be 我去过日本. Okay. Yeah. So the next one, let's see. So the next one we can see this. Okay, the Eiffel Tower. So that would be the France, right? The France we're going to say 法国. 法国. Okay. So let me ask you guys again. So 你去过法国吗? Okay, 你去过法国吗? So how can we say I have been to France? Okay, so the sentence will be 我去过法国. Okay, yeah, 我去过法国. Okay, so here, so that would be all the practice. Yeah, I think, yeah, for this, like I have been to somewhere. Okay, or like how to ask, like I have been to somewhere. Okay. Any question? Yeah, okay. Don't have any questions, so we're going to move to the next part, okay? Yeah. Okay, so the next part, so yeah, okay, as before, we just learned like how to say the positive way to say like I have been to somewhere, right? Okay, if you haven't been to somewhere, so how can we say that, right? So now we're going to learn for that part. Okay, so you can see here, we got like two words. It's like 没有, 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 that means like no, like don't have. Okay, it's like don't have. Okay, don't have, 没有. So normally we just put 没有 like before the verb. Okay, that means like the thing, like something or like some action you haven't done something yet. Okay, so we're gonna put 没有 into the sentence. Okay, so let's see here. So the sentence will be I haven't been to Beijing. So you can see. So 没有, we're going to analyze for the structure. Okay. So you can see here 没有. Yeah. So 没有 and the verb 过. Yeah. So normally we need to put 没有 before the verb. Okay. So 没有 is after subject. Yeah, before the verb. Okay, that means like I haven't like done something. Okay, 我没有. Yeah, 我没有 done something. Okay, so in that sentence, we're going to say 我没有去过北京. I haven't been to Beijing. Okay, so the sentence 我没有去过北京. Okay, so the next one is like she hasn't been to Shanghai. Okay, so you can see here. So this is also is a 她. Okay, and did you remember? Like, okay, from like the previous page, we also learned another ta, right? But here, this is a ta, but you can see the translation. This is a she, right? Yeah, okay, she. So in Chinese, so for the three, we have like three ta. So ta, you can see here, is for the boy, like he. Okay, so also the first tone. And another ta, you can see here is like she. Okay, and another ta, okay, this is like it. Okay, so they have like the same pinyin but like different characters. Okay, so yeah, when you want to learn like Chinese characters, yeah, you need to like figure them out. Okay, yeah. If you wanted to say that to the girl, so we're going to use this one, ta, right? Okay. If you wanted to describe for like the dog, yeah, the animal, the thing, we're going to use this ta. Okay. And the first one, this one ta is for the male, right? For the boy, we're going to use this ta. Okay. And okay, in this sentence, we just use like she, right? Yeah, she here. So she hasn't been to Shanghai. So in Chinese, we're going to say 她没有去过上海。Okay, 她没有去过上海。Okay. Also, it's not that hard. Yeah, you just need to remember the position and the phrase for like don't have. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do more practice here. So now we have the given words here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have like 5 given words, right? So we are going to try to, make a correct sentence according to this given word. Okay. So guys, remember. So the first word we're going to put at the beginning, it should be the subject, right? The subject. And now the next one will be 没有, right? And next part will be the verb plus 过. Okay, so the last one will be the object, right? Yeah. So we just need to figure out. Okay, so which word is the subject? So here, the subject in these given words, that will be, okay, so let's check. So we got 没有, we got 北京, 我去 and 过. Okay, easy, right? Because I already taught the structure for you guys. Yeah, just the choose the correct word. Okay, so the subject here, that would be 我. Okay, so the next one would be 没有. Okay, the verb would be 去 and plus 过, right? 过 always, okay, put it after the verb, okay? 去过. So the last one, the object is 北京. So that would be 我没有去过北京. I haven't been to Beijing. Okay, this is the next one. So the next one here, what can you say? So let's find the subject. Which word is the subject? So the subject will be 他. Okay. So the next one will be doesn't have, right? So doesn't have will be 没有 or like hasn't. Okay. 没有. So the next one, verb will be 去过上海. Okay, so the whole sentence just will be 我没有去过上海. Sorry, it should be 她没有去过上海. She hasn't been to Shanghai. Okay, yeah. So you can see, as long as you like master the tense structure, so that would be easy for you to make sentence. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see the next one. Oh, Okay. So we for this practice, we're going to try to use like 我没有去过. I haven't been to somewhere. The structure to make sentence. Okay. Yeah, I think easy, right? Yeah, you just need to put the object, just the country into the sentence. So that would be the whole sentence. Okay, so the first one would be 我去过英国. Okay, I have been to like England, right? Okay, so the next one is 泰国, Thailand, right? 泰国. So that would be 我没有去过泰国. Okay, that would be I haven't been to, right? Okay, so how can I say I have been to? So I have been to, that would be 我去 sorry 我去过泰国. Okay, so we have like one the positive way and the negative way sentences. Try to describe it, okay? Oh, from the first sentence, I just like, right, I have been to 英国, right? Okay, so how can we say I haven't been to England? So that would be 我没有去过英国. Okay, so that would be 我没有去过英国. Okay, so the last one, that would be 埃及. 埃及. I think you will know, like, so which country it is, right? Yeah. It's super like, okay, obvious. Yeah. Okay, so for here, so we're going to say I have been to the structure. Okay, so we say 我去过 and plus the object. Okay, the object would be 埃及. Okay, 我去过埃及. Okay, so the next one would be I haven't been to. So that would be 我没有去过埃及. Okay, so we got two sentences here. Okay, 我去过 and 我没有去过. Okay, so this is for these two structures. Okay, yeah, just try to memorize it. Okay, so let's see the next part. I think the next part would be the practice. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to like ask you the question. Yeah, and you can answer me the question. Okay. Yeah, just try to answer my question. Okay. Yeah, so each question sentence I'm going to like repeat like twice. Okay. Okay. So 你去过北京吗？ Okay. 你去过北京吗？ Okay, think about it. Okay, yeah. So the next one will be Shanghai, right? I'm going to ask you like 你去过上海吗？你去过上海吗？ Okay, have you been to Shanghai? Okay, good. Okay, let's see. We got more. So we got Paris. Okay, 巴黎. So I'm going to ask you. 你去过巴黎吗？你去过巴黎吗？ Okay. Yeah, so the last one is New York, right? New York in Chinese we're going to say 纽约. Okay, so the question sentence will be 你去过纽约吗 ？OK， 你去过纽约吗 ？OK， yeah. I think that easy, right? Okay. I really hope you guys can memorize for this. Okay. So like how to ask someone, like have you been to somewhere? Okay, and how to answer, I have been to somewhere, like I haven't been to somewhere. Okay, because they are very usable structure. Okay, okay, so here, that would be this. So now, we are going to learn something more challenging, okay? But also it's not that hard, yeah, because we got the structure to tell us like how to make sentence with that, okay? Yeah, so let's see the sentence first, okay? So it says, I have been to Beijing in 2008. So you can see from the sentence. So we just have like, see here in 2008, right? So we have like a specific time here. Okay. So this is like structure just try to teach us how to put this special like specific time into a sentence. Okay. So here, the first sentence we're going to say 我 see also the subject first, right? Always the subject first. Just memorize it. Okay. Next one is 2008 year, right? It should be 2008年. 2008年. So you can see we just put like time word after the subject, right? Also before the verb. Okay. Yeah, so the position is similar as like we put like I haven't been to Mayo, right? The same position there. Okay. Yeah. So you see verb 过 object. Okay, they are the same thing, right? So in that sentence we're going to say 我2008去过北京. Okay. Yeah, more specific. Just tell people like which year you have been to Beijing, right? Okay. Okay, so the next one, we see here, she has been to London last year. So in that sentence, we are going to say, 她去年去过伦敦. Okay, we just put last year after the subject. Last year would be 去年. Okay, 去年. Okay, so the last sentence here is like 李明. So 李明 will be someone's name, okay? Li Ming has been to the supermarket yesterday. So we got like the time yesterday. Yeah, we have the different name here. Okay. So the sentence we're going to say Li Ming yesterday will be 昨天去过 supermarket will be 超市. Okay, that would be 李明昨天去过超市. Okay, so again, let's like review these three sentences again. Okay, so the first one, I have been to Beijing in 2008. So we're going to say 我2008年去过北京. Okay, I'm going to read again. Okay, 我2008年去过北京. The second would be 他去年去过伦敦. 他去年去过伦敦. Last one will be 李明昨天去过超市. 李明昨天去过超市. Okay, yeah. So about this grammar, any question? Okay. Yeah, I think that would be easy. Yeah, just needed to do more practice and to try to memorize for this, the grammar, the structure. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think today's class is over. Yeah, I think like 30 minutes. Okay, it's super fast, right? Okay, time flies. Okay, so if you have like any other question, okay, about like the Chinese, just like log in the eChineseLearning.com. Okay, go to that like website to talk to our school. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think that's all for today. Okay, so see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Have a good one. Bye bye.